afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well. It's early morning here, and I've had a shower. I'm clean, but yeah, I've definitely got my morning voice on. It's the new moon in Gemini, so I thought it would be quite fun to do, well, fun, but let's say interesting, to see what the energies are for the new moon in Gemini. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up on your signs as well, so please just pause the video if you need to and go to an astrology site to find out what time, you know, add what time you were born, your location when you were born, your name as well, and you should get a free report telling you what your sun sign is, your moon sign is, your rising or ascending sign is, as well as other planets in your chart. Okay, so we're going to look at Venus placements, Jupiter placements, as well as Mars placements, including the ones I mentioned: sun, moon, rising, ascending. Okay. In this reading, we're going to look at general energies for each person, okay? Because I wasn't sure about doing like a collective reading, to be honest. So I already had these set out for a reading that I had planned, but I'm actually going to just use them for this reading. All right, so we're going to look at your love life, general messages, what you're activating as well, and then using the tarot, of course, too. All right, so these are going to be the piles. So new moon energies, what you need to know, new moon energies. This is going to be pile 1, strawberry. With a smiley face. Pile 2, the rainbow. Okay, nice little rainbow. Pile 3, we have the slippers, flip-flops, and it says life is good. All right, so pause the video if you need to meditate, and maybe that will help you to pick your pile or pick your sticker. If you want to listen to all of the piles, you can do that as well. And we're going to start with pile 1. Pile 1. Let me just put my coffee out of the way. Pile 1, for those of you who picked this strawberry sticker, we're going to have a look and see how the new moon energies are affecting you. Okay, and I think we're going to look at a 2-week period, because the next main phase is the full moon. So new moon in Gemini, the energies for the next 2 weeks. All right, so let's have a look. Okay, so they're asking me to actually start with the activation oracle cards, so we're going to do that, and we're going to read the card at the end. Okay, I need another coffee. I think, yeah, okay, I won't talk about my general stuff, what's been going on before and after the new moon or during the new moon, but my gosh, it's been fucking crazy. You don't want me swearing. It has been a bit nuts. Maybe that's what you are. Maybe you show that you're happy on the outside with the smiley face, but maybe you're a bit sensitive on the inside. Strawberry in Italian is fragola, by the way. And I was talking to my brother about this, and I was like, yeah, and in Spanish it's fresas, and then in French it's framboise. So Maybe that's something that you are interested in, languages as well. Maybe you speak multiple languages. All right, so let's have a look. I feel like you have an innocent, I know this isn't about, you know, you, let's say, like your personality, but I feel like you have a very kind of an innocent or young looking demeanor as well. All right, pile 1, let's have a look at the activation. What is being activated for pile 1, angels, ancestors, guides? Thank you so much, spirit guides, for listening always and answering my questions, and also being there in the light and protection for me and for all the collective as well across timelines. Thank you so much. Okay, so pole 1, let's have a look at the messages for pole 1. All right, okay, this is the card. They're saying this is the card. All right, so pole 1, what's being activated for you during this new moon for the next 2 weeks is, drum roll please, realization. Wow. 37, 37, 37, 37. So I'm also picking up on self-realization. You're realizing a lot of things as well. You're realizing a lot of things. You're waking up to a lot of things. You're waking up to maybe patterns that you were unsure that you were making. You're just being more self-aware and aware of others. I feel like you're kind of a little bit objective as well. Okay, we'll look at your star signs in a sec, potentially, for those of you who resonate with this card so far, or with the tarot. It will definitely give you more insight. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. So, pole 1, what I'm seeing is that you are, I feel like you're kind of realizing and allowing yourself to shine, you know, from the inside out. And I think you're in a process of becoming, emerging, and alchemizing and transforming. So that's what I'm picking up on. 37 could be your age. 37 could be a significant number, a phone number, a number plate, like a car number plate. Maybe you have it tattooed. Some of you might have tattoos, like little tiny ones, as well. All right, so what are you, they're also asking me to tell, okay, and what's behind the scene is the heart chakra. So sorry, my guides, they talk to me really quickly and like in a very metaphysical way. So I'm able to receive information at the same time that I'm channeling and talking. So it's happening all this like at the same time. And they were also saying like what you're leaving behind and what's behind the scenes. So what you're leaving behind is something, wow. You may have left something behind that you were very passionate about. Maybe this was a person. I'm picking up on a relationship that was mainly lust-based. So for those of you who don't resonate with that, it's fine. But I feel like you're now, you've been healing your heart. Some of you have been in a breakup situation and you've been mainly healing your heart, and now you're realizing what you actually truly deserve. Beautiful. Yes. All right, so we're now going to look at the Psychic Tarot. I'm actually really enjoying using this deck at the moment for the collective, and for me as well. Let's have a look. Okay, this flipped out. Yeah, rejoice and celebration, and sacrifice. Okay, so straight off the bat, we're picking up on Pisces energy, aren't we? So strong Pisces energy here, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and or Mars. Okay, so what's happening for you, or what you're experiencing right now, excuse me, is something, excuse me, bless you, there you go, is a blessing. You're experiencing a blessing, or you will be experiencing a blessing, and that blessing is through friendships. All right, that blessing is based on your heart, something that feels emotionally fulfilling. Now you could also cross over to the pole 2, because we do have a rainbow here, and pole 2 is a rainbow. Hawaii, I always pick up on Hawaii with this card as well. My guides are like, show them the cards. Yeah, so we have you know, fun times, happy times. You realize that you have comfort in numbers, is what I'm hearing. Comfort in numbers. We also have another 3. So you could be a life path number 3, like myself. Very creative, and your purpose in this world is to share that creativity to this world, all right? You're realizing who your true friends are, and you're realizing that maybe your self-sacrificial nature in your past, like overgiving, that kind of thing, or putting your own needs aside, is no longer necessary and is no longer going to be part of your, I'm hearing like your stamp identity moving forward. All right, so that's beautiful. Okay, I feel like that's kind of it. So just 2 cards for the Psychic Tarot. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot deck now. A real favourite amongst Light Seers, like myself, cartomancy readers. I'm picking up on someone who now, so Gemini energy is about communication. And I feel like for some of you Pisceans, or who have strong Pisces in your chart, maybe had withheld communicating a truth. All right. I'm just picking up on that. The other thing I'm picking up on is someone is now honestly, like, again, self-realization is coming through here. So you're, for a lot of you, you're actually coming into a very strong spiritual connection with God, with the universe, with spirit, with the unknown, okay, with magic. Call it what you wish. The one, right? The one being the oneness. So you're becoming one within yourself. And I also get the sense that you are really massively protected, for those of you who chose this pile. For those of you who resonate with this reading so far, please do press the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Also, just a little announcement, I have put a mini cheeky sale on. So, mini cheeky sale on for my readings. So you can just go to my website, /healing, or you can just actually, it's now called Abstract Medicine. There's a page called Abstract Medicine on my website, and you can go directly there, all right? And book directly from there. And I'd be happy to read for you. So, and also if you've got any questions, just drop me a message as well. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone who, so the energy that I'm picking up on is someone who is essentially not becoming a priest. Okay, it's the energy of becoming a priestess. So this isn't necessarily high priestess energy, but I'm picking up on someone who's actually becoming, again, okay, my washing machine. Here, this process of becoming, you know, this person is becoming more in touch with the universe, with the universal nature, with spirit. This could also be someone who's practicing yoga as well. So on the outside of things, you know, they're very good with being friends, and they're very good friends, they're very loyal friends, but they're no longer people pleasers. So for those of you who pick pile 1, you're no longer people pleasing and accommodating for other people's needs before your own. But I feel like with regard to spirit, you are offering your life and you're surrendering, which is the Hanged Man typically. You're surrendering to the universal law. You're surrendering with a big L, you know. You're surrendering to spirit. You're becoming more, I don't know how to say this because I'm picking up on it. You're becoming more awake. There's a big shift that's taking place internally within you, and you know, the hangman is someone who's upside down typically, right, in the tarot. So you've seen something, you've realized something, you're seeing something in a different perspective now, pole 1. you're seeing things in a different way, and you are going through some sort of big spiritual process. This is a major arcana, so it's a major shift. Let's have a look and see what this is, please, Spirit, for pile 1. Number 12, number 3 could be significant as well. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I think did I mention a glow up? Well, we do have this energy here. You're very attractive. Pile 1, what's happening is you are experiencing something very... I don't know how... Why am I not able to speak? Because pole 1, yes, I am still waking up myself. But pole 1, you are a bit quiet. Like, when you're on your own, you're very, very quiet. You're meditating. Look, between you and me, pole 1, I love this card. And I really resonate with this energy, because the black cat is my familial. You know, I've got 2 black cats in spirit. He passed over, so I've got allergies still. And this cat just reminds me of my black cat in spirit. And we have a black cat in Italy as well. I just attract them, and I know for sure I'll have another black cat will enter my life. Just because I travel a lot, you know, it's just not fair on an animal, you know. But I feel like you are very mysterious. You know, cats they live between worlds. They live between worlds. And my friend, shout out to Ildi, Ildiko, my friend Ildi, she mentioned something years and years ago when she used to be my intern, when I used to do fashion. I know, I did fashion for a bit. She saw my cats, right? And she would say that cats are really interesting because they would sit on like important ley lines, all right? So I feel like you live in between worlds, to be honest with you, pole 1, and with this strong Pisces energy as well. You're like, when you're on your own, you just focus with spirit. Now with this kind of brown water here, I feel like you've kind of risen through the muck. Like, this is very muddy area, muddy water. It's not clear, is it? And I feel like you're kind of rising. You're rising into who you truly are. And it's such a beautiful pose, this pose. It's so heart-opening. Now, we did also have a hint that you're leaving behind something that may have been very difficult for you to deal with, pole 1, with regards to your heart space. This could have been a really difficult situation, some sort of mourning. Your heart is also being activated as well, pole 1. So for the new moon in Gemini, your heart is going to be activated. I'm also picking up on new moon in Pisces as well is going to be important to you. You're going to also rejoice in celebration. You're going to rejoice in wonderful people meeting up. I'm seeing someone who's very, very popular. So pole 1, you could be very popular, but also very mysterious. Okay, so shout out to shout out to the energies that are like a little bit like me, where you're actually, to be honest, a bit of an introvert. So you come across as very extroverted and warm, picking up on strong Leo energy here, especially with the cat. Leo energy, Aries energy, as well as Sagittarius. So you love to travel, pole 1. Sagittarius energy is also a beautiful complement for Gemini. So you might have Sagittarius in your North Node, South Node, or Venus, Mars, Jupiter, or Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you do in any of those aspects or in more of those aspects, then this is your pile confirmation. Please do press the like button as well if this is resonating. On the clock, I see 9:11. So there is an ending and a beginning here. Some of you may also be connected with New York City as well. You do attract a lot of animals as well. Like, you love animals. You have a very warm nature. But with these candles here, it's like you're just inspired by magic. You're inspired by the light from your ancestors. I'm hearing your grandfather. Your grandfather could be your guide, but also your connection with grandfather spirit, which is the sun. So you bloom when it's sunny, you bloom when it's warm. Very Leo energy, Sagittarius energy too, here. Now obviously it goes without saying in my readings, I don't care for race, you know, or your identity, or, you know, if you are part of LGBTQ plus, etc. You know, that's just a given here on this in abstract medicine. Like, you know, it's just a given. You know, we have a brown skinned lady here and we have a Hawaiian. There's also this connection with your indigenous, I feel like you're connecting with your friends who may have passed over, or you're connecting with, during the new moon in Gemini, you're connecting with, it's almost like you don't want me to figure out what this is, what you do, but like you connect when you're on your own. I'm seeing someone who's on their own when they're at home, they close the door and they're very connected with their spiritual practice. When you leave your home, you're really warm, you recharge the energy around you. You could be single, maybe, but you're also very attractive and very warm. Very, very warm and very smiley. You know, you're very comforting. There it is. You know, we have the 5 Pentacles, but deep down you may have gone through something. I think I've got wax on this card. You may have gone through something, pole 1, where, you know, it was very difficult for you. You may have come from poverty. Pole 1, you may have come from poverty. And you may have risen above that, or you may have experienced in recent months or even the last 5 years a really difficult time at your workplace, where you may have, you know, lost a lot of money, or not been paid correctly, or, you know, because we have someone who's a loner here, like alone and actually pretty distraught and suffering, you know. So again, we have this self-sacrificial nature here as well. Like maybe you've been overgiving and you've been feeling depleted. But new moon in Gemini is saying to recharge your energies. You have the key. I think you're realizing that you have the key to your own path and your own destiny. And all you need to do is just look up and walk to where that key is. And actually activate by opening that door. Okay, and now you're seeing five Pentacles, but behind that door is another 5 Pentacles, which adds up to 10. So I feel like maybe this is something that you're realizing. Yeah, you're going through transformation. You know, you're going through a death and rebirth cycle. That's exactly what I was picking up on. Also, very strong Scorpio energy here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Jupiter, and Venus. These 2 cards came through. Gee, let's put this here. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Judgment. There you go. All right, pole 1. So what's happening for you, what's being activated, what you're going to be experiencing the next 2 weeks, or what you're just going to be experiencing from this new moon in Gemini is more stability and an understanding of your own self-worth, that you're realizing that you don't have to give in order to feel accepted. You know, this could stem from childhood, this could stem from abandonment issues, from lack of affection, you know, and I think that's what you're experiencing, what you're realizing for the new moon, is that something is waking up within you, that you're rising into this becoming energy of your true self. And this takes a lot of shedding, a lot of releasing, a lot of purging, a lot of crying, a lot of self-acceptance, a lot of time to heal, and a lot of introspection, pile 1. So that's absolutely beautiful. Introspection, going within, again, remember, like really focusing and trusting the universe, trusting spirit, trusting God. And like maybe some of you are doing some spells and you're realizing, oh my gosh, wow, that actually worked. I can't believe it. Scorpio energy, as I mentioned. Okay, what else is happening? One more card for pile. Okay, So we have the Magician. So here's the Gemini energy right here, and Virgo energy as well. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, maybe even Taurus or Capricorn. We have double Gemini energy here, so you could be definitely, almost definitely dealing with a Gemini here. But a lot of you are realizing and manifesting that you actually deserve to be treated the way you should be treated, and that's because you're realizing your own worth, pile one. So that's beautiful. And there's going to be a transformation in your relationships. If for those of you who are in a relationship, you've been withdrawing your energy from someone that you're with at this time, or maybe that you've been in separation from here with the Five of Pentacles. And remember, at the bottom of the deck we had the heart chakra, which is what you've been focusing on, self-healing, your heart space, and your overgiving nature, I'm hearing. And this connection is transforming. Okay, this connection is transforming. For some, this person is sort of manifesting or trying to manifest you back in, but you know, I think this person doesn't quite realize that they can't just like keep an eye on you online, or like on like with a crystal ball or something like that. They have to respect the laws of the universe here, and they themselves may be going through a judgment process where they themselves are needing to find self-healing, in order to realize that actually they need to become worthy of true love themselves, whether it's with you or with someone else, you know. So maybe someone has closed a door on you with regard to your relationship. Okay, I feel like there's someone who's rejected you. This could stem from childhood. Now all rejections, all abandonment issues, they all stem from childhood. Okay, so again, you're starting now to learn how to be communicative. You're speaking your truth now, or maybe you're learning how to speak your truth. All right. We do also have a soulmate energy for some of you coming through for you, and this is what, so you're maybe leaving behind a twin flame and you're moving towards a soulmate energy. There's been an ending with a particular relationship. You're realizing your self-worth, and that something has to change, something has to be released here during this new moon in Gemini even, and you're realizing that, you know, you're just going to surrender it to God, and that's when, and you do continue to do the self-healing, and that's when your true match turns up. All right, you can book a private reading with me to go deeper and find out when this will happen. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, so some of you, for those of you who are resonating with this message as well, are going to be making new friends as well. I'm seeing a very popular person who is going to be networking a lot, connecting with lots of different people. We have the Hierophant here. Taurus energy, strong. Page of Pentacles. Okay, Knight of Wands. There's a caution, I'm hearing a caution in the wind. Okay, there's a caution in the wind, pile one. There could be someone who may just want to come in for some physical, intimate fun, let's say, and then leave. So this is, I'm picking up on a player energy here, but I feel like actually now you're playing the beat to your own drum. So you're in charge with the horse here. You're in charge, strong Sagittarius here, I'm picking up on too, of your own passions and desires. So remember, at the bottom of this deck here, we had passion. Yeah, so you're actually becoming more passionate within. You're creating passion within. There's a spark that is lighting up here because of the work that you do internally, you know. And people are starting to resonate with that and realize and figure out something here. We have four wands in this card here, which for me is telling me that you're passionate about your own sense of stability, and you're kind of you're happier, you're celebrating, you're happier. There's also a strong indication of marriage here with the Four of Wands energy and also the Hierophant. There's an energy of ascension, again, as well as self-realization. So a lot of you during this new moon in Gemini are going through a very spiritually transformative time, okay? And we have the Tower. Well, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So something has really shaken you up recently. Something has really like left you up in your head. Maybe something you thought was stable, something. Okay, so something could have happened. So okay, if you're living in the UK, there was, in particular regions in the UK, there were strong thunder and lightning activities that were taking place last week. So the time of this reading, it was last week. I've also experienced the last three days even. You know, I thought it was a major rodent issue, so I had to wait around for my claim, my insurance claim, my home insurance claim, for them to turn up. And then they finally turned up, and sure enough, what I was picking up on and what I had seen originally, which were bats, actually ended up not being as bad as I thought it was, right? So I thought it was going to be rats and mice and squirrels and God knows whatever else, badgers living in my roof. But actually, I think that I feel like something, what I'm picking up on, whatever you'd experienced recently was a rejection for your protection, and actually isn't as bad as you think it may have been, okay? So I think you're letting go of energies. You've been focusing on your true self and your calling, and that's what you'll continue to do, pile 1. Virgo energy, and you're no longer waiting around, pile 1. You're no longer waiting around, all right? So let's have a look now with the Romance Angels cards. So, you know, take a note of those star signs that I was picking up on, okay? All right, pile 1. What's happening for pile 1 in their love life? You could be 37, you could be turning 37, or something of that nature may have been appearing in your life when you were 37. 7 and 3 is 8, 9 and 10. Yeah, you're like, this is just a side note from the universe, but a big one, that you're trusting in the universe, just in the main thing. You're no longer, it's also, some of you are also dealing with trust issues, as in you don't trust people because they've left you rejected, they've left you behind, they've left you abandoned. But this situation, with regard to your love life, whatever your situation is calling for you to have faith. I'm also picking up on a release of codependency as well. Very soon you'll be with a person that you're truly meant to be with, all right? And if that's not the case, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, that's also the manifestation card with the Gemini energy, the Magician. You're manifesting something, you're creating magic, you know? Beautiful. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, remember I said at the very beginning, well, like halfway through the reading, you know, I don't really care for race and all of that. I mean, of course, it's just a given in my readings. And I think that you don't see people, you see people's souls, you see people's hearts, you see people's energies. But maybe in your culture, like say, for example, you are Hawaiian, it's not looked upon well if you go and marry someone who is white, essentially Caucasian, right? Or something of that nature. Or say, for example, you are Jewish and the other person is Muslim, then that's going to be quite interesting conversation at the dinner table with your family and friends. So I think you're realizing what is best for you, and everyone else is just going to have to accept that. I feel like, again, it's kind of this internal activation within you and your soul, and then everything else just has to deal with whatever consequence that is. I'm also hearing Turmalino. I'm picking up on someone who's a little bit like a hurricane. So you have all of this, yes, you have a lot of pent up passion, but also you have a lot of electric charge within you that you're like very attractive. Like people want to be with you or around you. You're very magnetic, Pole One, and you're activating other people as well. But I'm also seeing that you can feel the major change in the air, and when it actually takes place and when you activate it and use it wisely and use it in the best way, use your manifestations, your magic in the best way, then you can create like incredible change. Like I'm hearing catastrophic change, worldwide change, but in a good way, you know. Deception. So you may have been dealing with that. So this is also a caution as well. So someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, or someone that you're dealing with is maybe needing to be a bit more transparent. There's also this energy of trusting your intuition as well, as a given. Retreat. Yeah, it's time for you to retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, which you are doing, but it's also time to maybe, you know, separate from someone and be in nature and be with the universe. For some of you who are in a relationship, you're going to be retreating with your person of interest. But I am saying, I'm seeing here that you have to, I'm hearing caution in the wind. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but there's a caution in the wind here and a cautionary tale. So this person could say a long tale, you know, they're very good with their words. They can charm you into you believing something. But I think now you're no longer being charmed. Now you're no longer being deceived, all right? Playfulness. Yeah, and there's that playfulness, there's that cat energy, flirtatious energy. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. We have engagement. So your future, by the way, does involve a strong committed relationship. For those of you wanting to get married, then this would be it. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment as you also energetically ascend. All right. So that's what's happening. If you'd like a private reading with regard to your romance, you can book directly. Currently, I have a sale on. Yay. All right, let's have a look at the animal cards. So, crow. And yes, we have magic. So you can't make it up here. So pole one, you're going through a very magical time and you do have the magic within you. Other people recognize this too. You're very connected with crows, like myself. So you are a bit of a witch, to be honest. Associated with life's mysteries, if the crow has chosen you, she will support you in developing your power of sight. Transformation and connection with life's magic. That's exactly it. A sign of luck, but also associated with the trickster. There you go. Let the crow make you aware of deceiving appearances. So that's amazing. Yeah, let the crow make you aware of deceiving appearances. They also live in between worlds. All right, so now we're going to read this card here, this activation. So what's being activated for pole one during this new moon in Gemini? The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. Realization happens so many different levels. Internally, we realize something when we become aware of that something as a fact. Externally, we realize something when we achieve or fulfill a dream or a desire. On a spiritual level, we refer to self-realization when we are able to unite body, mind, spirit, and soul to step into our fullest, most authentic expression of who we really are. The center of this activation draws us into an infinite inward journey through the layers of our awareness. The green indicates the presence of the heart, which provides the wisdom and stability needed on this frequently trippy path. The rich blue, bright blue coloring of the outer circles represents the ability and desire to express ourselves and to be realized in the outer world. The water represents the emotional realm, the heart's guidance system, and the orange and yellow stand for expression, creativity, and self-awareness. And it says, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Do you realize the magnificence of who you are and the scale of what you can create while you are here in body? This realization or belief that you are an expression of the creative source makes you a powerful manifester. What is it that you want to accomplish? So Pole 1, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you like a private reading, you can book directly on the website. Abstract medicine you can find on my website. There's a healing page there, and you can definitely listen to other videos as well, other piles too, many playlists here on Abstract Medicine on YouTube, and why not go ahead and follow Abstract Medicine on Instagram as well. Thank you so much, God bless, and take care. Bye for now. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's have a look and see what is happening for you. Pile 2 with regard to the new moon. So for those of you who picked the rainbow, then there is definitely sunnier times, happier times, miraculous times taking place for you during this new moon in Gemini. All right. After the storm has gone. All right, so pile 2, angels, ancestors, guides, please help me deliver the messages for the collective in their light and their protection. Thank you so much. So what's being activated for you? Oh, are you actually joking? Is realization again. So this was in pile 1, which is interesting. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world, or in this world. So what I'm picking up on for you, pile 2, could be this similar, because I did see a slight bridging, crossing over from pile 1 earlier to pile 2 anyway, is you might want to listen to pile 1 and hear what I mentioned about realization, but also I'm picking up there's a subtle difference in the message for you, pile 2, and that is that you have been reincarnated on other planets in other lifetimes, and you are being reincarnated in other lifetimes and on other planets right now, because time and space are the same. Okay, so I'm channeling here. For a lot of you, you also have a different DNA programming in your system, I'm hearing. I'm channeling here, and you're part of a galactic, they don't want me to say the second word, organization. Okay, you're part of a galactic organization. The reason why you're here, pile 2, is so that you can, yes, of course, you can close something out like a karmic debt, but you're also here to realize something. For some of you, you may have also, or you may be experiencing alien abduction, to be honest, but it's not the alien abduction that you think it is. It's actually a programming from sentient beings that visit you, maybe even at night, or that you're not aware of. But during this new moon in Gemini, you are aware of them, or you are aware of it. There's something that they do that hypnotize you into, you are aware of this energy, maybe during your liminal stages between awake and asleep, but you're aware, or you will be realizing that they sort of entrance you somehow, and they're actually here for your betterment. They're here to do a clearing for you, and they're only here to support you. You are surrounded with I'm hearing benevolent beings. For some of you, or some of them, look like, if they show themselves to you, they look like owls. I'm picking up on owls. They look like owls, okay? And you could be realizing that you actually are maybe being programmed in your DNA, like by these sentient beings, and maybe you see them doing it in action. This happened to me quite a few times, actually. When I was 33, I was going through my major, like, Christ consciousness year, as well as my Kundalini awakening, which I've mentioned many times on this channel. But what was happening is that I was in between liminal stage, and I saw this sentient being who kind of looked like a feline to me. She was a feline character with like a short bob, black bob, and she had this long syringe, a very long syringe, about that long. And I kind of telepathically looked at her and asked her, like, this again? You know, like, oh, we're doing this again? And she was like, yeah. And she was like a nurse. So she injected whatever she needed to inject in my right arm. And then I kind of sort of woke up out of it. I came out of the liminal. I don't recall feeling any kind of like paralysis in my body. I don't recall that. I had another experience 2 days after that, which was a paralytic experience. But actually this one wasn't. And so you could be experiencing something like that. Amazing. During this new moon. And this is a blessing. This is a blessing. You're surrounded by, you are surrounded, Pile 2, by sentient beings who are observing you. Now this could trigger you a little bit, because in one way they're using you like a computer program to document, to research, to take data in, right? Through you. So they do that through you. So it's kind of like, okay, what they're showing me is like a parasite, but it's not a parasite. It's basically, or like a chip. It's like a chip, or like a CCTV camera. So they implant this CCTV camera and they kind of document your moves, what you do. And it's their way of understanding what it is like to be a human, because maybe themselves they're on another galactic system and frequency that they can't access, or they can't communicate with us, because our frequency is very low. You know, just bearing in mind, we are in the 3rd to 4th dimension, right? And these frequencies are like the 20th, 30th, maybe even the 37th dimension as well. So we can't communicate with them. They try to communicate with us. So they do these like things in order to connect with us. And I think with you, you are already aware of that, or you will be realizing that. You may have been on a spacecraft. You may have had dreams about that, that felt very, very, very real. And I just want to say, no, you're not crazy, by the way. For those of you who've been worried, am I crazy? Am I going crazy? No, you're here listening to this reading. If you're resonating with it, please do like and subscribe. Press the like button and subscribe to the channel. You're realizing that you're not alone. You're not alone in many ways, but you're also not alone. And you're not crazy. Okay, Spirit is like intent on telling me to tell you this. So Pisces energy here, King of Cups, Cancer energy, and the wheel. Yeah, so we have the wheel, and I feel like I am picking up on spacecraft technology as well. Some of you have some of you you have a lot of insight and knowledge about spacecraft technology that you didn't know that you did. So you're realizing this during the new moon in Gemini, which is fascinating. You could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But again, like these beings are very benevolent. They're very sweet. They're very loving. And they're very healing and calming and like emotional and psychic. So again, we have this psychic connection. We have the only way that they can communicate to you is through the heart space, but in a psychic level, because the heart has a frequency that is very high, and an electric magnetic field that crosses time and space, they're saying. So that's how they communicate to you. So you yourselves as well, like Pile 1, are going through a transformative time in your life, and are also being activated through the heart center. So there is a change happening for you during this new moon in Gemini. Yeah, so we have you dreaming, we have you sleeping, and we have you resting. And what they're doing, they're actually poking me on my left shoulder blade. They're very funny. They remind me of like animals, like pets. Like they're very innocent beings. They're lovely. So there's nothing to worry about or to be fearful of. Pile 2. What I'm seeing is that they're helping mend your heart. They're helping mend your heart, all right? New moon in Gemini. Knight of Swords. They come in very quickly because they come in from a different timeline. And this happens very rapidly, at least in your understanding. This happens very rapidly without even your awareness. So maybe when you're sleeping, this happens. All right, we have the Two of Cups. So what's being active, what they're doing, this is beautiful in the Seven of Wands. What they're doing is that they are merging. They could be doing this with another individual. They could be doing what they're doing with you with another individual. That they are being called in through spirit, okay? Because remember, we have a maker in this universe as well as in other universes, you know. So that maker, that creator, that big, large and creative being, is allowing them to do this functioning. I'm hearing to do this tweaking, and they're doing it on you. So they have permission from spirit to do this. They're actually they're being asked by spirit to do this on you, and they're doing this on another individual too. And it's so that you can telepathically and emotionally connect with another spiritual being, maybe who you haven't met yet, or maybe who you are going to meet. Pile 2, for a lot of you, you are unaware that this is taking place. For a lot of you, you're unaware that this is taking place. You're unaware that that there is this activation taking place within your heart space. But they're also saying that they're protecting you with a bubble of protection. Now, I had this meditation before I went to sleep last night, which was really beautiful, and I actually they were telling me, my guides, and they're also telling me now, they're telling me to tell the collective about this meditation that is very simple and very easy for you to do. When you're lying down, there's a way that you can protect your energy from other people that are in your room, your house, whatever, by imagining that there is a stream, like a white stream cord coming up from the, let's say, ceiling, that's actually the universe coming in and actually encasing you with this ice cube box, kind of like a coffin, not gonna lie, but it's an ice cube box, and it's like transparent and white essentially. And with that, you feel more at ease. Anxiety dissipates as well. If you're experiencing anxiety, worry, concerns, that goes away, and you're then able to just rest and meditate, or meditate, or go into another realm, do whatever you need to do, maybe like astral project if that's what you're wanting to do, or that's what you're into. But Pile 2, this is something that I'm offering you from spirit to tell you that this is something that you're doing, or something that you have been recently doing. Yeah, this is beautiful. So that basically this is also a way to, and this is what I was doing yesterday night, this is also a way to cleanse and clean your aura, your auric field, and to protect it and encase it. Okay, so it was a beautiful meditation that I had, and I slept soundly asleep throughout the night, which was really good. Yeah, so Pile 2, that's what I'm seeing for you. So I'm picking up on Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For some of you, you might have this in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or Mars placement. We also have the Two of Cups here. So to be honest, I feel like there is a merging that is taking place with someone who could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini as well, possibly. You could also be Sagittarius, Virgo, maybe, Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Leo as well. But there's an energy of communication that is coming in rapidly. For a lot of you, this is a meditative experience. So this is either through your sentient being friends, or this is you yourself, where you meditate, you're going into meditation mode during the new moon in Gemini for the next 2 weeks, all right? Because the next phase is the full moon. And you have a guide that will help you to go straight into that vortex, straight into that dimension, and you receive lots and lots and lots of downloads, lots and lots of communication. For some of you, if this is a love situation indeed, you're going to be approached by someone very, very quickly, and this person is part of your soul tribe. They're also receiving the same messages as you. You see, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who is going to want to be with you in the long term. All right. Wow. Look, and we have the Empress, which is beautiful, right? So it's kind of like love at first sight energy. Pile 2, this is someone who, for those of you who are women, and are wanting to become pregnant, or even wanting to have children, this is there's a very strong potential for this. So this is what's being activated. Even if you can't see it, this is what's being activated right now during this new moon in Gemini. Pile 2. I'm also seeing for those of you who are in a relationship, things are going to be rapidly increasing to the next level. All right. So you are with your soulmate. And maybe some of you are going to be realizing, oh my God, I'm actually with my soulmate. You're like, I know it sounds really silly, but like, do you ever feel like you're in a relationship and you go, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to marry this person. I'm not sure if I'm going to if I see this person long term. But I feel like a lot of you maybe are healing from a heartbreak, and actually are attracting someone who's very high vibrational like yourself, who is actually going to be there for the long term. For those of you, Pile 2, I'm also seeing that for some of you, you could be changing your hair as well, by the way, some way or another, one way or another. For a lot of you, you're really interested in dreads or like locks or braiding your hair. Again, it doesn't matter about race. You know, there's a lot of people that think it's like, you know, cultural appropriation. It's not. Like, I have to say it's not, because if you look in history, you know, Vikings would have braids in their hair. Like, so we just have to just grow up a little bit and have a bit of an open source. I'm hearing open source network, that we are all connected. That's what all guides are saying. We are all connected. We are all part of this open source network, and there's no such thing as a cultural appropriation, because we've either experienced a lifetime as that culture, or we will be on this planet or the next, in this life or the next, you know? So that's what I'm hearing. I'm also picking up on the film Gladiator, when he says, you know, we will see each other in this life or the next, right? So beautiful. The other thing, strong Taurus energy as well as strong Libra energy. A lot of you are beautifying your home. Some of you are moving home unexpectedly, and this is a good change. There's an evolution in your home space, either through pregnancy, through a move, a physical move, someone moving in with you. You know, you're moving into motherhood for a lot of you. You're moving into nurturing energy. You're moving into oneness. And also you're realizing that for those of you who are women and who are wanting to be pregnant physically in your body, and are actually able to do that, there is an alignment between the child or children that you are birthing with these sentient beings. Okay, so I'm seeing this little circle here with this. So they're activating this within your body. So you might feel shifts and changes within. Sorry, 1 second. I just heard a bang. 1 second. Hi, Pile 2. Something just fell, so it's fine. But yeah, there could be something with that, with regard to, you know, there's definitely something in regard to these sentient beings activating something within your womb space, within your ovaries, okay, within your ovaries. And you really are a true divine feminine as well, for those of you who resonate. And we have the Page of Cups. So again, we have this energy of the liminal, but also of astral projecting as well. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing someone who, I think you're dreaming about someone who you're going to be in a relationship with, or in a long-term relationship with. And maybe in your past you were unsure about giving your energies to other people. Maybe you've been worried as well about your finances too, a little bit. But there is a new opportunity taking place, and I think a lot of it is going to be very apparent in the physical world. So you're feeling these changes as well. You're realizing these changes within you internally, and it's going to be reflected externally. You know, you're becoming your highest expression in this world, it says here. And we have this world in your belly. For those of you who are men and are wanting to have children, you will be meeting your woman. And for those of you who are in a relationship, you are already in the long-term relationship that you want to be in, and you're going to kind of go, oh my God, I'm actually in it now. This is amazing. For those of you who aren't in that yet, are going to be meeting someone, possible air sign, or even strong Taurus energy here, or Virgo or Libra, who's going to match you in every way. They're very emotionally intelligent, calm, collected, sweet, affectionate, like-minded. They're very aligned with what you want as well. They may also practice yoga, or they have some sort of regime that they're kind of they enjoy, but everything about their energy is very measured for measured. And again, it's like, oh my God, I've actually met the person, and then like you see a world of possibility and imagination that you're going, oh my God, I can see myself with this person, with having children and animals and a home and happiness. And so this is beautiful. And you know, it goes without saying, this goes also with LGBTQ plus, etc. So let's have a look. Oh, I think part 2 I used the Psychic Tarot first, but let's have a look at the Psychic Tarot. Yeah, patience and planning. You know, it takes about 9 months to get that ding in the oven when your baby is ready. So this could be in the next 7 months, something is going to be changing and shifting for you. 37 is a closing of a chapter and a beginning of a new one. Someone is destined to come. Someone is destined to fall in your lap, essentially. Someone is destined to meet you. This could be overseas. This could be abroad. All right. This could be abroad. And this is what the new moon and Gemini energies are bringing you. This could be at a desert. This could be in Morocco. This could be somewhere in nature, a forest above. It doesn't matter. Where there are lots of people. There are lots of people around. You could be meeting this person where there are lots of people. In an institution, the truth. Yeah, this person speaks the truth as well. But you're realizing the truth. You're realizing the truth. You're going through a portal of change, is what I'm hearing, pole 2. You are going through a portal of change, and you're no longer taking things with you into the next stage of your life that you don't need and that doesn't serve you. You're just going with the necessities. Okay, so that's beautiful. So we have 27, 20, and look, see, 20 and 7 adds up to 27, which is a 9. And we have love begins with the 1, right? So yeah, love begins with the 1. Love begins with the 1. We have the 9 here, 27. 7 adds up to is 7 and 8 is 9. 7, 8, 9. So you're ending something. You're very close to meeting this person, by the way, pole 2. For those of you who resonate with this reading, please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to go deeper into your situation or relationship even, you can book directly with me. I have a cheeky sale going on right now, so you might want to take advantage of that. You can book directly on my website. Okay, so if you've got any queries, just drop me a message. Yeah, love begins. You know, we have this energy again of love beginning. Beautiful energy. These two people merging. You're just gonna know, you're just gonna hit it off as soon as you meet this person. Okay, you're letting go of a temptation. I'm actually feeling this energy around my heart and my chest area. So you may have been dealing with someone who was very tempting, but was a toxic or a not a very good energy, a not healthy energy that was being activated within your heart space or chest area. So you've actually this person also rejects love. This person rejects love. They're also afraid of looking at the light, and they are afraid of looking at their shadow. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, people have to self-realize themselves. We have fertility underneath that. So behind the scenes, you may have said to someone, I want to have children, and they're like, no, I don't want to have children. This could have been a Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus as well, possibly. You're becoming more confident as well, and you're letting go of discontent as well as boredom. Yeah, so love begins. Beautiful. All right, so those are the cards. You're going to be meeting the one very soon. For a lot of you, this could be abroad. This could be at a party. This could be traveling. I mean, yeah, this could be traveling. This could be where there are lots of people around. You could be dreaming about this person already. You're already alchemically merging with this person, by the way, for those of you who haven't met this person, or who are with this person. You're becoming more connected. There is a shift in the energies now. There's a movement and momentum. There's strong momentum. This is going to be happening very quickly and suddenly in a good way. This person is also very toned. They may like motorbikes as well. Something about their legs is very appealing to you, let's say. Whatever they are, male, female. Wow, these cards just like fell out again. Yeah, we have a new beginning. We have a new beginning. A new year is taking place in your life right now. This does talk about abroad, so you could be meeting someone abroad. This is the soulmate energy, someone who feels very familiar to you. This is happening very quickly with the Chariot. Cancer energy here is the Mother as well. Five of Swords, I feel like, is you're going to release your thoughts in your head. And you're letting go of deceptive energies. This is someone abroad. We have the Hangman and in pole 1, by the way. You're letting go of someone who is very deceptive, pile 2. And you're self-realizing. You know, we have the Hangman again, which came out in pile 1. Yeah, and we have victory and success. So this is someone who's going to make you feel like a queen, all right? Or like a king. All right, so pile 2, let's have a look at the Romance Angels cards for pile 2, please, Spirit. Sorry, they were just talking to me, and they were pointing at me. So it's very sweet. All right, pile 2. It's funny because each time I see the cards, it's different for each. Even if it's the same card from a different pile, it's a different energy. We have release your ex, okay? Clear as day. Release your past. Release the person with whom you were connected. Clear your energy. The time has come to clear your energy. You've got to release the past. You've got to release that ex. Tempting as they were, they're not the one. Harsh but true. Pile 2, forgiving and learning. Yeah, forgiving and learning. So that's what's happening for you in the new moon in Gemini. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. We have trust, which came out in pile 1. Yeah, so the situation is calling for you to have faith. So trust in the universe, trust Cupid's arrow. I feel like this person as well, because they had a like a bow and arrow. Where is it? If I can find it. They had a bow and arrow on their back. This person is going to be approaching you, is what I'm seeing. You're not going to be approaching them. Oh, I can't find it, but they are going to be approaching you, is what I'm seeing. Let me see if I can shuffle and see if it comes out again. 1 second. Can we have the Knight of Swords again? This person could be Gemini as well, or Virgo, or Libra. Knight of... Yeah, I can't find it. Can I have the Knight of Swords? Just a side note, this person may have ended a relationship. You may have been dealing with someone who was taking their long, sweet time. But this person, the person that you're going to be with, is someone who really wants to hold on to you and wants to be your main lover. I'm hearing that Prince song, I want to be your lover. Yeah, I'm hearing it in the back of my mind. Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. All right, beautiful. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. I think for those of you who had, the other person wasn't reciprocating and we have new love. Surprise, surprise. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Now, Gemini energy, the new moon, does talk about twin souls, you know, so this is what's going to be happening for you as you release the past. This person is part of your life path because there's something about you that and them where you've actually been with each other before in another lifetime. All right, pile 2, let's have a look now at your animal. Yay, I love this part. Animal card for pile 2, please, Spirit. Animal card for pile 2. We've got the monkey, serendipity, yeah. And we had that Wheel of Fortune. So there is serendipitous energy here. I feel like what you're entering into is true love and a new chapter in your life, a new phase in your life, a new beginning, a new love. And I also feel like you're being activated right now by your guides. A powerful symbol of good luck, monkey represents a playful and light-hearted version of yourself. He seeks to awaken your youth. He seeks to awaken your youthful and cheerful spirit, the inner child in you. When you have all these wonderful things working for you, you can achieve anything. Yeah, so you can achieve anything. Be a bit light-hearted. Let go of the past. Let go of those burdens, because those things, that baggage is not coming in to your next chapter in your life. Let's have a look at the 37 realization card. Okay, so the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. Realization happens on many different levels. Internally, we realize something when we become aware of that something as a fact. Externally, we realize something when we achieve or fulfill a dream or a desire. On a spiritual level, we refer to self-realization when we are able to unite body, mind, spirit, and soul to step into our fullest, most authentic expression of who we really are. The center of this activation draws us into an infinite inward journey through the layers of our awareness. The green indicates the presence of the heart, which provides the wisdom and stability needed on this frequently trippy path. The rich, bright blue colouring of the outer circles represents the ability and desire to express ourselves and to be realised in the outer world. The water represents the emotional realm, the heart's guidance system, and the orange and yellow stand for expression, creativity, and self-awareness. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Do you realise the magnificence of who you are and the scale of what you can create while you are in the body? The realization or belief that you are an expression of the creative source makes you a powerful manifester. What is it that you want to accomplish? Pile 2, it's been a joy reading for you. I'm going to go to pile 3. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you like a private reading, you can book directly. There is a sale going on right now. It's on limited time. Limited offers and bookings are being taken place right now, so you might want to take advantage of that. And yeah, have a look at pile 1 or even pile 3. There's lots of playlists as well here on Abstract Medicine. Maybe you want to check out Instagram, Abstract Medicine on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. For those of you who chose the sandals, life is good, you are in the right place. So pile 3, you could be wanting to go to the beach. New moon in Gemini, maybe asking you to like kick your shoes off and get relaxed, you know, feel more relaxed, ground yourself and actually appreciate that life is really good. Okay. What is being activated for pile 3, please, Spirit? What is being activated for pile 3 for the new moon in Gemini, angels, ancestors, guides, in the light for the highest good for pile 3 and their protection? Thank you so much. So pile 3, we have allowance. Number 9, the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment. without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow the universe becomes our partner in, when we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Gorgeous card. We'll have a look at this card at the very end as well, using the guidebook. I feel like right now, the new moon in Gemini for you, Pile 3, is about allowing people and energies and situations to come to you. I feel like you're less guarded, and this is what the new moon in Gemini is activating within you. Yes, of course, protecting your energies and boundaries, but also you're becoming less guarded, all right? You're allowing for things to happen. Pile 3, let's have a look at the Psychic Tarot. New moon in Gemini for Pile 3, please, Spirit. New moon in Gemini for Pile 3, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. Mental conflict and transformation. Okay, so we have a major arcana here with the transformative card, transformation card, which is the death and rebirth. You may have experienced an ending. You may have experienced something very painful. You may have actually experienced death around you. Yeah, you may have experienced that. Mental conflict. Maybe you're finding it difficult to make a decision on something or someone. We have new beginnings underneath that. I'm actually going to leave that here. Let's have a look at the Light Seers Tarot deck for Pile 3, please, Spirit. Maybe you're getting clear. Maybe you're transforming an idea into a new reality. So what I mean by that is actually maybe you're letting go of your ego. You're going through a death and rebirth cycle, a death of the ego, death of the self. And you're realizing and allowing yourself to be your truest self. And this takes courage. This takes self-respect, but self-analysis. You could be speaking to a counselor, a therapist, and this is where you start your new beginning, by letting go of what you thought you were, because they were limiting you, yeah? So we have 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. Some of you may have actually gone through a breakup, and maybe you've been in your head. This, I'm picking up on Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, in particular, Scorpio energy as well, and Aries energy here with the new beginnings, which is the Fool card. Some of you are also going to be starting a brave new world. You're going to be going to places that you've never been before, so short distance and long distance. You are becoming braver and courageous, and I think you're a little bit scared but excited. Pile 3, you lessen your head about it. You could be letting go of a job or a situation that didn't treat you with kindness, I'm hearing. With the 5 of Pentacles, you may have been feeling a bit alone, but actually you realize that you're not alone, and you realize that actually it's good to have boundaries. It's good to have boundaries. 9 of Cups, you're moving into an energy of your wishes being fulfilled. You're becoming happier. So new moon in Gemini is bringing a lot of magic and emotional fulfillment for you. You know, you're becoming more abundant. The Strength card, Leo, strong Leo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or Mars placements, please have a look. And we have the 4 of Swords. So yeah, you are healing at this time. The new moon in Gemini is telling you to heal, to become more courageous, which is the energy that I was picking up on generally. You're allowing yourself to actually truly shine, strengthen your powers, strengthen your abilities, strengthen your boundaries. Some of you could be starting a new regime. I'm not necessarily seeing a food regime, diet change. I'm seeing more of like a strengthen your spirit change, as well as a physical change as well. So some of you could actually be transforming your appearance somehow. So this could also be plastic surgery or a hair change, or like this. Can you see how these 2 cards are completely, these energies are very different? And I feel like for you, Pile 3, you're marrying the masculine with your feminine energies. That's what I'm hearing. You're marrying the masculine with your feminine energies. You're letting go of something difficult in order to make way for something new. Maybe some of you have been trying to sabotage your light in order for others to fit in, possibly. But I'm seeing someone who's alone here, mainly, on their own. But we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy as well. So we have someone who's actually understanding their own worth. Some of you have been dealing with a wound from your childhood, which is about the need for self-acceptance, the need for acceptance. So maybe a lot of you have been pushing and striving and chasing people, situations, places, things, and even your dreams in order to feel that validation from external. But actually, I feel like you're letting go of that and you're starting a new chapter in your life. You're less competitive as well. You're less competitive now, pole 3. You feel less of the need to compete, and you're actually feeling that you don't need to compete against anyone because you're shining bright from within. A lot of you are healing from your heart space, from within your heart space as well. Strong Leo, strong Scorpio, strong Aries energy here. Let's have a look at these cards that fell. The Emperor, strong Aries energy here. A lot of you are actually going to be taking on an enterprise or opening up an enterprise that is going to be very beneficial for you, positive. I'm seeing the tattoo of the infinity loop as well as the Ankh as well. You're in charge of your own destiny. Some of you are becoming a father. Some of you are healing father wounds as well, that may have been you may have been in your mind a little bit about these issues, maybe related to your own inner child. So the boy becomes the man, right? And so maybe some of you are going to become fathers, or you are already fathers. And pole 3, what you're doing is you're actually becoming one. You're merging the masculine and the feminine energies together and allowing both of them to shine. So it's kind of doing things with grace rather than pushing, rather than chasing, rather than distorted masculine energy, let's say. I'm seeing someone who's actually knowing their worth. 9 of Pentacles, you're putting yourself up on a pedestal. I've got wax on this card. Yeah. 6 of Wands. Queen of Wands. Wow. 7 of Swords. For some of you, you're also realizing that your spirit guides are telling you something, that you maybe disarmed your energy at one point, and so you disarmed your energy at one point and someone came in sideways. This could have been a friend. I'm picking up on a friend or even a family member who betrayed your trust somehow. And so therefore you think by being guarded always, like by always having your boundaries up, and because of this experience, you wouldn't allow yourself to let down your guard, because, you know, this was something that you had to try and understand, that you needed to protect yourself from this happening again. But actually you're realizing now, the new moon in Gemini is saying that you attract more bees with honey, and you can allow things to take place, because sometimes these things are part of your karma. So you need to learn from these lessons. All right. Pole 3. The Queen of Wands is telling me that you are, again, this energy of like the feminine and the masculine coming in strong here. There's merging. There's more balance. A lot of you are destined to be in the spotlight here with this strong Leo energy here and the 6 of Wands. You may want to have a look at where your spirit is in terms of your natal chart. You may have a lot of spirit in your 11th house or 8th house. I think the 11th house is stardom energy. You could have Sagittarius there, or Leo or Aries there as well. So you're meant to be offering something to the world where you attract a lot of admirers of what it is that you do in terms of your career. Okay, a lot of you are leveling up in your career as well. That's what the new moon in Gemini is bringing you. And the Fool card again. So we're starting something new, a brave new world, an emergence is coming through. And an acceptance of that. You're kind of less fearful now. There you go. less fearful, and we have the moon. This is also an energy of the feminine energy of the mother as well. So maybe you've had to heal the mother and father wounds from your past, pile 3. 3 of Pentacles. There's also an energy of collaboration here. So you could be working with other people, collaborating, making sure that you're not overspending or even overgiving of your energy. So make sure of your finances that they are in balance. You're letting go of boredom and in like the energy of non-gratitude. It's very strongly your energy here, honestly. You're more clear in your mind space is what I'm seeing for you, pile 3. I'm seeing more clearance, more allowance. Honestly, pile 3, you're letting go of an identity that was quite dark, and you're moving into an energy of sunlight. And you're letting go of this kind of energy of these people. Pile 3, this is going to be a short reading for you. But what I will say is that for you, pile 3, you're going to be kicking back and you're going to become less rigid, less guarded, and more in the energy of acceptance. I feel like for a lot of you, this does deal with parent issues. You're allowing yourself to maybe allow any emotions to come up that need to come up. You're moving towards an energy and a new chapter of your wishes being fulfilled, your desires being met. This is also recognition, awards, self-acceptance as well. The energy of feeling enough, you know, the energy of feeling enough is part of your wish fulfillment in itself. And also pile 3, I see that you're financially becoming more and more independent as well. You're embracing your own magic. You're embracing your own appeal, your attraction, your charm. You're seeing them as gifts as well. And you're letting go of deceptive energies. That's what I'm seeing, what I'm picking up on. The signs that I'm seeing here strongly are Scorpio, strongly Aries, strong Leo, strong Cancer, Sagittarius, as well as Aries, Leo, as I mentioned before. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here for pile 3. Amazing. Let's have a look at the romance angels and see what's happening in your love life. I think you're excited to start something new, pile 3. You are excited to start something new. Let's have a look at your romance angels. Number 9 could be your life path number, could be your phone number, could be, yeah, telephone number. Yeah, you're calling in your soulmate. You're calling in your soulmate. So your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so for those of you who do not or have not met a soulmate, or even haven't even believed in that and that being possible even for you, it is, and you're going to be calling in your soulmate. You're going to be feeling a bit more romantic whether you meet your soulmate soon or not. The new moon in Gemini is allowing for you to feel a bit more romantic. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Some of you may be meeting someone who allows you to be a bit more romantic, and this could also be a soulmate as well. It is safe for you to love. You see, you're letting go of your guard. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. You know, and that's what's coming in for you. That's what the new moon in Gemini is bringing in, is this energy of, you know, trust and self-worth. Reconciliation for some of you. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, this could also be someone from your past life that is wishing to return. But keep an open mind, because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. All right. And then we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So you're mainly focusing on your career and building that, and your finances. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I'm seeing a counselor as well. So you're talking to a therapist about these things, but also you're wanting to become less guarded, because maybe you had parents that weren't so emotionally open or intelligent, and you're learning how to become emotionally open and intelligent so you don't repeat the cycle that you had from your childhood, from your parents. Okay, and we have new love. For some of you, you have a new person who has stirred your romantic feelings or will be. And that's what the new moon in Gemini is bringing for you. This person may be from your past life as well. I also want to say, if you'd like a private reading with me and you want to book privately with me, you can do that right now. There is currently a limited time, limited offers, limited bookings for a sale that I have right now on my healing page, which is Abstract Medicine on my website. You can just go directly there. The link will be below. And if this message does resonate with you, please do send an emoji, put an emoji down in the comments, or let me know. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. I'm sorry it's such a short reading, but I'm actually having to go. And just embrace this new change. And if you like a private reading, as I mentioned, to go deeper into your situation, we can facilitate that for you. You can also send me a direct message as well if you need. Let's have a look at the animal cards. Okay, let's have a look at the animal card and see which animal is asking for your attention right now during this new moon in Gemini. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Which animal for pile 3, please, Spirit? Which animal for pile 3? Thank you so much. Hummingbird. Yay. Optimism. So you're allowing yourself to be a bit more positive and optimistic. Hummingbird is also one of your spirit animals, or is allowing you to be a bit more fun and happy and high vibrational. I love that. You may also live in a place where there are hummingbirds. Always actively seeking the sweetest nectar. The hummingbird reminds us to forever seek out the good in life and the beauty in each day. The sweetest nectar is within. You know? So you're realizing that you are sweet yourself, and that you're not marred by your past pains or even how you were raised as a child. You know, that's not, don't let that become you. I'm also hearing that film title, Death Becomes Her. Could be one of your favorite films. Number 9. There could have been an ending also with a particular female in your life that had really jarred you somehow with loving, just generally speaking. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. The allowance image resembles the spirit of the Joker, the Jester, or the Fool, which we had earlier, the Fool card, like twice. It is the embodiment of the infinite spirit within, the unbounded, fearless essence of expanded possibility, with very little regard for conventionality or rules. Yeah, you're kind of making up your own rules, and also you're kind of releasing your inner child, is what I also want to say. Disguised as the Fool, the Jester is oftentimes the bearer of unwanted truth, messages that are feared yet needed for evolution and growth. Allowance is the polar opposite of resistance. Sometimes the things we resist the most are the trials, the hidden treasures that lead to growth and evolution. The allowance image bears a certain resemblance to the butterfly as well, a reference to the process of transformation and unfolding. Meanwhile, the shiny pearls seem to vibrate with songs that come from deep within a mysterious other world, and the vast green waters indicate the deep connection to the heart and the realm of feelings and emotions. The square reminds us that reality is more of a multi-layered experience than an absolute, objective absolute. So go inside yourself and reflect for a moment in your life what stands out in this instant. Can you appreciate whatever the universe is bringing to you? Can you recognize the gifts that all experiences hold, even the ones you perceive as being negative? Can you be excited about the valuable lessons these experiences bring and celebrate them? So can you do that, is what Spirit is saying. So that's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope you've enjoyed these messages. Have a listen to Pile 1 and Pile 2 if you haven't already. Maybe go and have a listen to one of the Pick a Pile playlists or one of the collective playlists here. All of my videos are timeless. You can press the like button if it does resonate, and subscribe to the channel to be notified when the next video is going to be uploaded. Also go ahead and check out Abstract Medicine on Instagram. Have a listen to some videos there as well. So that's all I have for you. If you like a private reading, you know where to find me. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.